Okay. Okay. What's up everyone, welcome to the Speedcube.co.nz YouTube channel. My name's Mike, and in this video I'm going to take a look at the new Dwyane 11 Mini M Pro, the 55mm premium mini 3x3 Speedcube from Dwyane. And I'm going to be joined by Speedy staff member and Scube and OH god Dwyane Ramos. But before we get started, don't forget to hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel and smash the bell icon too so you don't miss any future videos. Big thanks as always to Lucy and the team at Dwyane for sending this out. It's taken extra long to get here for a variety of annoying logistical reasons, but we really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? The Dwyane Mini M Pro, as it's called on the side of the box here, is the first small flagship we've seen from Dwyane since the 354, and this one comes packing all the tech from the hugely popular Dwyane 11 M Pro. What that means is adjustable core-to-corner magnets, as well as the standard edge-to-corner magnets we're all used to. This cube also comes with its own unique take on the GES system, which we'll take a look at in a second. Taking a look inside the accessories box, we find the now familiar flathead screwdriver with extra safety for adjusting the magnet strength, the now standard dark blue version of the Dwyane cube bag, a couple of pamphlets, one instruction manual for the tech and the other a full CFOP explainer pamphlet, plus this super neat little spares box, inside which we find a GES adjustment tool and a second, stronger set of corner magnets. These ones have a hex on the end as opposed to the triangle on the pre-installed magnets, and while I did find some tiny numbers on the side of them which had me fooled for a bit, it turns out they're actually irrelevant and all 8 are the same and a straight swap for the installed ones. With all the guff tidied neatly away back in its box, it's time for the big reveal from the now familiar and still awesome Dwyane box version 9 or whatever. Oh yeah, super slow-mo! According to my gadgets, the cube weighs in at just under 55.5 grams and is 53mm across. And you might have already noticed that the shape isn't exactly proportional, by which I mean the centers are bigger than the outside edge, but it's not something you notice when you're using it. Interestingly, the Mini features an as yet unseen GES system called the GES Pro Plus, which Dwyane tell me we're also going to see on the Dwyane 12M Leap later this year. It comprises of a lower transparent nut which controls the elasticity, this is the GES part, while the opaque top layer controls the distance settings. Each of these has 4 possible settings offering plenty of variation. One slight issue I had was that I kept accidentally removing the blue layer by turning it 90 degrees, but I am notoriously fat-handed so you might not have the same problem. Finally, let's take a look at the magnet adjustment system, which you'll be familiar with if you've watched my video on the Dwyane 11M Pro. Moving the corner switches to either plus or minus actually moves the magnet rod in the corner either closer to or further away from the core magnets, giving you the feeling that the magnetic attraction is increasing or decreasing. Of course, if you want, you can yoink the corner magnets out, effectively deleting the core positioning system if you only want the more traditional edge magnets. That's probably enough technobabble from me. Let's switch now to staff member Dwyane Ramos, who's going to give us his thoughts. Vamos!
Hola, my name's Dwayne, and I'm here to review the Dwyane Mini M Pro. Now, I'm not really a, master reviewer of some sorts. I don't really delve into the exact atoms of the cube, but from my abilities I can tell that the cube is fantastic. It has really good corner cutting and it produces a very buttery feeling that will just give you a pleasant experience whenever you solve the cube. Now, some people may be concerned because the cube is smaller than standard size, but from my experience I don't really feel the smallness that much. It just feels like a regular cube, for two-handed at least. For one-handed, I find it really hard to grip and turn the cube, although that may just be my weird turning and finger tricks due to me being, very inefficient. Nevertheless, if you are looking for a good cube for two-handed, I would recommend this cube, although since it is quite expensive due to being a Dwyane cube, I may recommend other options. Although if you do have the money, I can guarantee that you're going to get a pleasant experience when you solve this cube. So that's about it. Thank you, Mike, for sending me this cube. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Dwayne. Okay, so here's the deal. I did not expect to like solving on this cube. I was a bit worried about reviewing it, to be honest too, because I can barely finish a one-handed solve, let alone give an opinion on what I thought was a one-handed cube. And my experience with mini cubes in the past has been meh at best. But then I sat down and actually started turning, and I couldn't stop getting what are, for me, amazing times. I average about 25 seconds, but I kept getting 20 after 20 after 20 on this thing. And before I knew what was happening, I had my StackMat PB average of 12 at 22.4 seconds, which is wild, and something I haven't been able to get close to since on any 56mm cube. The Mini is fast and light and sharp and clean feeling and everything you'd expect from a GAN 11. Like Dwayne mentioned in his experience, once I got into the flow with this thing, I sort of forgot I was solving on a 53mm cube and just started ripping and loving every minute. As usual, the downside, as with all modern GAN cubes, is the finish, as it's real slippy, and while we all know this lets off after about 1,000 solves, I kinda just wish they'd make everything UV, or at least gloss, and do us all a favour and just bin the frosted finish. But yeah, that's my only criticism, and it's also my opinion. The cube was so much fun to solve on, and it put a big stupid smile on my face, which is something I can't ignore, and something it's hard to put a price on. I mean, after all, the reason we're all doing this is because we love it and it makes us happy, and finding the cube that can make you feel like this straight out of the box is pretty epic. I'm already a bit sad I gave this one to Dwayne because I am absolutely going to get them in stock and have one for myself, and I think there's a very good chance it might become my main, which is mad. I would never in a million years have guessed that this thing would have made such an impression on me. Now, unfortunately for me, I am gonna get roasted, and frankly, I deserve to get roasted when my Tornado V2 video comes out, because my major complaint about that cube is that it's too small for a flagship at 55mm, and now here I am switching to a 53, but whatever, the cube is awesome, I love it, and I think you will too. When I get it in stock later this year, the price is going to be pretty spicy at around 85 New Zealand dollars, but remember this thing is like 99% exactly the same as an 11M Pro, so there's a lot going on in there for the price. Okay, that about wraps it up for this video, I reckon. Thanks again to Lucy and the team at GAN for letting us play with their samples. I know we're far away and things take a long time to get here, but we really appreciate the trust you show us. Finally, I just want to acknowledge that this is an expensive cube, and I know it's not accessible to everyone watching. But take my advice, and remember that the best speed cube in the world is the one that puts the biggest smile on your face, and that's up to you, not some random like me in a YouTube video. Okay, thanks for watching, happy solving, and I'll catch you over in one of these other videos soon. Peace!